I've just come back from 10 days in Europe, and during our trip, I had the chance to experience some really good customer service, and I also had the chance to experience some really poor customer service. It's always interesting for me, particularly when I'm on vacation, because I'm much more relaxed and pay a lot more attention to those things, that it's just as easy to create great customer experience as it is to create a really bad customer experience. And yet so many people don't take the time to do either one, and you just have this average experience on a pretty consistent basis. And so I challenge all of you out there over the next while to start looking at what happens when people deal with your organization and they deal with you. What's the experience that they have? Right from the time that somebody phones in to when they get an invoice, what happens? How do they feel when they call into your office? I have a client that every time I call into their office for the last 5 years, a live voice answers it. Someone answers the phone and does every time you call during business hours because the organization is set up that way. And each person that answers the phone has the ability to deal with that call and is empowered to make a decision on that. And sometimes it'll go to voicemail because the person you need to talk to isn't available. But whoever's called in has had a chance to talk to a person and get their issue dealt with at that moment. That's a huge plus in this world where everybody goes to voicemail and hides behind voicemail, and you end up with push this button, push that button, here's 5 options, pick one, here's another 5 options, versus a live voice answering every time you call. So what's that experience you're creating? Bob Whitworth at Simon the Pieman took 6 or 7 years to get that process aligned that whenever you go into their shop in Calgary, you come away feeling exactly the same way with a smile on your face, having had this chance to buy meat pies or fruit pies and feel good about it. And so I challenge all of you to look over the next few weeks. What's happening when people deal with your office? What's happening when they deal with you? What experience are you creating for them? And how do people feel when they come away having dealt with you, your organization, and the other people in your organization? Take some time to focus on that. And I would ask the question of yourselves and of people around you, if I talk to your top customers, what is the experience they have and what would they tell me about that? What do they like? What would they change? What needs to be improved on? And I think if you take some time on that over the next while, it's not hard to change, but those subtle changes you make will create and provide a value to your customers, an experience for your customers that they will talk about in a good way and share with others around because of what it is you're doing within your organization. So go away and work with that. Go away and make a difference and make an experience for customers that they'll remember and talk about for years to come. Good luck and good selling.